Good afternoon. Welcome to EduSat Network. Friend, as you know, today we have lecture on MIS, that is Management Information System. We'll try to understand its concept, its origin, its history, and its uses in managerial practices. And for discussion on this very topic, we have in studio Dr. Soma Sen Gupta. She is Associate Professor at Kamala Nehru College, University of Delhi, and she has done a lot of work on the MIS and have been teaching since last year and have presented 10 research papers, 1 book. So on your behalf, I welcome Dr. Gupta for EduSat lecture. Thank you very much. Welcome.
Hello friends. Today we will discuss Management Information System and various aspects of MIS. The topics I am going to cover today are Management Information System and Introduction, History of MIS, Concept and Definitions of MIS, Characteristics or Features of MIS, Advantages, Requirements of an Effective MIS, Role, Types, Enterprise Applications, Outputs, Determinants, and Factors Facilitating Implementation of MIS. First of all, to understand MIS, we must understand the 3 terms: management, information, and system. What is management? Management is the effective utilization of human and material resources to achieve the enterprise objectives. In the process of management, it consists of 5 basic functions: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. Beside that, there is a managerial hierarchy in any organization, and this hierarchy can be classified into top level management, middle level management, and operative or lower level management. There are various functional areas of management which may be classified into following 4 categories: production management, marketing management, financial management, personal or human resource management. In performing each of these 5 functions, in each of the functional areas at any of the 3 levels of management, information is required to take decisions. Information is the basis of decision making, and it is in fact the lifeblood of management. Why do people need information? People, including individuals, they need information for entertainment, enlightenment, decision making, and problem solving. Businesses, why they need information? They need it for decision making, problem solving, and control. Now we have to distinguish between data and information. Data is raw, while information is the process form. Data can be defined as a given fact, a number, a statement, or a picture. It represents something in the real world, the raw materials in the production of information. While information, when data have meaning within a context, they become information. Data in relationships become information. Data after a certain manipulation becomes information. Now, the third term in MIS is system. What is a system? Now, we very well know that system is an assemblage of many parts which work towards a particular goal. So, it can be defined as a set of components or subsystems that work together to achieve a common goal. There are certain subsystems, one part of a system where the products or more than one system are combined to reach an ultimate goal is known as subsystem. System can be closed or open. Closed system, they are standalone system that has no contact with other systems or the environment. Open system that interfaces with other systems in the environment is called open system. Business organization is an open system because it continuously interacts with the environment. It affects the environment and is affected by the environment. Now we can see a subsystem and how it works. There is data, information, and system. This is a subsystem makeup of corporate accounting system we find from different computers, data is collected to solve problem areas. Now, systems approach is required in MIS as well. Why system thinking is important? When you have system thinking in mind, you pay attention to every area possible. It creates a framework for problem solving and decision making. Now, it also keeps managers focused on overall goals and operations of the business rather than on single departments or single units. So you have a holistic view of the organization when you have a system. So MIS, if you are designing, it should cater to each and every department rather than being partial to one or few departments. Now another diagram which shows how information is generated in an organization. First portion shows how raw materials are converted through processes in industry and final output comes in the form of products. Likewise, data is collected, processed through various systems, computer based systems, and the final outcome is the information. Now we'll start with what MIS is all about. Manager makes decisions all the time. We have seen that in every aspect of management, decisions has to be taken for which information is imperative. There is an overload of information. All information is not useful. Anything which helps manager improves his decision making will obviously lead to better results. MIS is a system where data is the input which is processed to provide output in the form of information, reports, summaries, etc., which aid the manager's decision making process. Now, a brief history of MIS starts with stage 1, which consists of regular reporting. It consisted of regular reporting. The initial MISs were built to process transactional data of an organization and to produce regular reports. Now, they may have different meanings to different people. If you need those information, you will find out whatever information is suitable for your department. So it is not specific in nature. It was impersonal, not targeted, and individuals picked the required data from the report. Stage 2 consists of different reports according to requirements. They understood that different departments required different types of reports. The system or different types of information. The system generated a report in a suitable format that created an impact on its user and provoked an action, a decision, or an investigation. Now, stage 3 is exception reporting. Now, all information or all reports which you have provided to the managers, they might not need equal importance. There are certain reports which are exceptional in nature, which needs more attention. There may be certain key areas where more attention has to be put. So MIS tried to understand that and started creating such kind of reports which can be considered as exception reports. A realization that some sort of selective approach was necessary in the analysis and reporting. Again, going further, in stage 4, they started producing need-based exception reports, which is known as need-based exception reporting, because some information which may be of exceptional nature to one department might not be exceptional to others. Exceptional in one period might not be exceptional in others. So they started creating databases. Since the environment is ever changing, fixation of the norm for an exception becomes a difficult task. This gave rise to the concept of database. Now, with the advent of computer and computer-based programming came the stage 5, that is decision-making system. MIS is a system which handles the databases. It provides computing facilities to the end users and gives a variety of decision-making tools to the user of the system. Now, some concepts and definitions of MIS. Management Information System refers to that system by which information is collected, processed, and presented to management to help it in making better decisions. The MIS is defined as an integrated system of man and machine for providing the information to support the operations, the management, and the decision making function in the management. It is also defined as a system which provides information support for decision making in the organization. It is defined as a system based on the databases of the organization, evolved for the purpose of providing information to the people in the organization. It is also defined as a computer based information system. So, we found that one thing common in all these definitions is that MIS is a system to support the decision making process or function in an organization. Now, the characteristics or features of MIS. It is a blend of principles, theories, and practices of the three areas: management, information, and system. It supports decision making function in the organization at all levels of management, whether it is top level, middle level, or lower or operative level, in all types of departments, whether production, marketing, human resource, or finance. Decision making is imperative and it is supported by MIS. Individualistic. Here, high regard is there for individual and his ability to use information. Nowadays, MIS is providing information which is specific to a particular, not only to a particular department or unit, but also to an individual who will be using it. And because of that, databases are maintained. Not only that, in case of marketing MIS, you are maintaining databases of customers as well. So it is individualistic in nature. It is interdisciplinary. While analyzing the data, it relies on many disciplines like management science, psychology, economics, etc. Because while collecting the data, processing it, and creating information which is valid for the organizational purposes, you need to possess the knowledge of these varied areas like psychology, economics. Otherwise, that data will be of no use. Then comes systems approach. MIS relies heavily on systems theory, whether it is regarding catering to different departments, input, processing, output of information, or system design in accordance to changes in the environment. When we talk about MIS as a system, what comes next is subsystems. It means that MIS also consists of different subsystems. The subsystems range from data collection, transaction processing, and validating processing, analyzing and storing the information in databases. The subsystems could be at a functional level or a corporate level. But what is important is these subsystems are interrelated and interconnected, and they should work in a cohesive manner. Then it is dynamic concept. It continuously interacts with the environment, with the internal environment as well as the external environment of the business, and hence it is sensitive to the changed needs of the information. MIS model changes over time. You cannot have a stagnant or rigid MIS system, because as the technology is developing, the volume of data is increasing, then you have to change the MIS of an organization. As the business passes through several phases of developmental growth cycle, MIS provides the information which is crucial for each of these phases. Now, advantages of MIS. There are different advantages of MIS to an organization. Improved business processes and operations. One thing is clear, that MIS provides information on the basis of which you can take decisions which are more valid. So companies are able to highlight their strengths and weaknesses due to they can present their reports in the form of revenue reports, employees performance record, etc. The identification of these aspects can help the company improve their business processes and operations. So an organization which has a well placed MIS is at a competitive advantage over others. Act as communication and planning tool. It gives an overall picture of the company. At these two stages, whether it is communication or planning, MIS comes handy. Effective management of customer data. Nowadays, every company is maintaining data of their customers. We are in this age where we are talking about relationship marketing. We are maintaining long-term relationship with our customers, and there are huge data of so many customers. You want to maintain a one-to-one relationship with each and every customer. Again, MIS gives all the details and the information required. The ability of the customer data and feedback can help the company to align with their business processes according to the needs of the customers. The effective management of customer data can help the company to perform direct marketing and promotional activities. We can meet the competition, as I told you in the very beginning, that if you have MIS, then you have an edge over your competitors. Information is an important asset for any company in the modern competitive world. The consumer buying trends and behaviors can be predicted by the analysis of sales and revenue reports from each operating region of the company. Requirements of an effective MIS. First of all, it should be timely. Information is useful when it is within the time limits of the decision. For example, there is a market research report pointing out the unacceptability of milk sold in plastic containers in retail stores. Now, this is presented to the manager after he has already launched his product in the market. Now, it is of little use to him because that data is not timely. So, information, if it is timely, then you can act on it and they can help out, or they can assist in decision making. Otherwise, it becomes redundant. Then, accurate. If the information presented is inaccurate, the manager who takes a decision based on this will end up making a mistake. Though 100% accuracy is not possible, the expected range of deviation or level of inaccuracy can be indicated so that manager acting on the basis of this information knows the risk he is taking. So as we do it in stats, here also we can generate reports with the confidentiality range, or whether it is 95% valid or 99% valid. It should be mentioned in the information. It should be relevant. Volumes of reports, however excellent they may be, on the export potential of, say, cashew nut to a manufacturer of sports goods are of no value. The manager himself can ensure that the information he receives is relevant to his decision making by answering the basic question, what do I need to know? There are other requirements also. The MIS should be such that it can handle voluminous data. In this modern world, data is available everywhere. You click on Google, you find several data, several information. But then the system should be such that it can make out something interesting, something accurate out of these information. So it should be able to handle all these data, the reports and everything. Confirmation of the validity of data and transaction. That should be done by the MIS. Complex processing of data and multidimensional analysis, that should also be possible through an effective MIS. Effective MIS should also facilitate quick search and retrieval of any information you need. You should not waste your time to find out the information which is required for a particular decision. It should be with a click, it should be available to the managers. It should have mass storage facility for data and also fulfilling the changing needs of the information. So these are the requirements of an effective MIS. Now come to the role of MIS. The information is the blood and MIS is the heart of an organization. The role of MIS includes collection of appropriate data. Now, as I discussed earlier, data is available everywhere, but relevant, appropriate data has to be identified and should be collected. Processing that data is important. Processing them to convert them into final information in the form of summaries and reports is done by MIS. Providing or sending the processed data to all the needy destination. The MIS is intelligent enough. It identifies the information need of each of the department. So whatever processed information is there, wherever it is required, it transmits them to those departments. Catering to an individual, group of individuals, the management functionaries, whether it is the top management, the lower level management, or the middle level management. MIS caters to all these people. It helps in strategic planning, that is strategic planning, the overall planning of the organization, keeping in mind the internal and external resource constraints. Management control helps in management control also, that where you compare your actual performance with the standard performance. For that again you need information on actual performance and information on standard performance, then only you can make comparison. Operational control, every aspect of production can be controlled through MIS. For that details are required, whether your quality is up to the mark, your production is going all right or not. Transactional processing, for every department you need certain information, that can be done by MIS. Helps in problem identification, where the problem lies, that can be identified through MIS. It also helps in the process of decision making. We told you earlier also, in at every level of management, in every department, every day people are taking decisions, the managers are taking decisions, and for that information is required, which is provided by MIS. Now there are different types of MIS. Most management information systems specialize in particular commercial and industrial sector aspects of the enterprise or management subsystems. So these can be classified into different categories. First is the management information system, which we have been discussing, MIS per se. It produces fixed, regularly scheduled reports based on data extracted and summarized from the firm's underlying transaction processing systems in middle and operational level managers to identify and inform structured and semi-structured decision problems. Then there is decision support system, DSS. They are computer program applications used by middle management to compile information from a wide range of sources to support problem solving and decision making. Then comes Executive Information System, EIS. It is a reporting tool that provides quick access to summarized reports coming from all company levels and departments such as accounting, human resources, and operations. Then comes Marketing Information System. They are also MIS, but here M stands for marketing, and it is designed specifically for managing the marketing aspects of the business. Now it is very important, marketing information system, because customers are very valuable for organizations nowadays, and we have to maintain relationships with the customer. We can have detailed information about the customer's requirements, their needs, preferences, and their buying pattern. All these can be kept in the form of records in the organization. Also information regarding market share, the competitor's position in the market, a sales territory, how it is working. You can compare the sales territory's performance with previous year's performance or other sales territories' performance, so that all those things can be done through marketing information system. It also helps in marketing research. Marketing research is an area where you want to find out the solutions to the problems of marketing, and it may be related to anything. It may be related to why a particular product is not performing well in the market. That data can be generated. What are the requirements of a customer? What new features he wants to add to the product, whether he recalls the brand name or the advertising campaign. So all these answers are found out through marketing research. And again, MIS helps in marketing research. Then office automation system, there also MIS, this can be another type of MIS which support communication and productivity in the enterprise by automating workflow and eliminating bottlenecks. OS may be implemented at any and all levels of management. Then there is school management information system which covers school administration and often including teaching and learning materials. There can be many other types of MIS. It can be specific to any department, like it can be financing MIS, which we will discuss in my next lecture. If it is financing the MIS, then it will think about in terms of generating different types of reports, like the final accounts, the different ledgers, the trial balance. That will be the outcome of financial MIS, where the inputs are in the form of payroll and ledger accounts and all. Then there can be operation MIS or production MIS or manufacturing MIS. Now the job of that is to again generate the reports which can be helpful in performing the production function. Likewise, there can be human resource MIS, and in that human resource MIS, the outcomes can be you can take decisions regarding promotions or maybe the training requirement in the organization. The performance appraisal can be done through it, or say you can decide the compensation or wages or salaries to be paid to different people, the incentives to be paid to different people. So that helps in. So at every functional area you can have an MIS system which can be beneficial in taking decisions, different types of decisions. Then comes enterprise applications of MIS, where they are specifically used. One area is enterprise system or enterprise resource planning systems. Now this provides integrated software modules and a unified database that personnel use to plan, manage and control core business processes across multiple locations. Modules of ERP system may include finance, accounting, marketing, human resources, production, inventory management and distribution. That means all areas of the organization or the functional areas of the organization are covered under ERP systems, and you are planning the enterprise resources for all these areas. Then comes supply chain management systems. Now, supply chain management is an interesting way where MIS is very helpful. It helps in or enables more efficient management of the supply chain by integrating the links in a supply chain. This may include suppliers, manufacturers, wholesalers, retailers and final customers. So if your supply chain management is at place, then you don't have to carry a huge inventory of say raw materials or finished products, because you have link-ups with suppliers and that is maintained through or with the help of MIS systems. Then customer relationship management, again CRM. Here MIS help business manager manage relationships with potential and current customers and business partners across marketing, sales and services. Now this customer relationship management nowadays, as we have talked about the databases which are maintained for each and every customer, then there are other areas like customer complaints are handled through this method. Queries, you have a section called frequently asked questions, and there they can register their query, they can get answers to their problems. All these things is possible through customer relationship management. And also, suppose you are continuously getting your car serviced from a particular dealer, then they maintain database of your car and you, and they will give you a reminder call every year or every 6 months, whenever servicing is required, and they will remind you that a servicing is due. So this is also thanks to CRM, which is again an application of MIS. Then knowledge management system, KMS, it helps organizations facilitate the collection, recording, organization, retrieval, and dissemination of knowledge. This may include documents, accounting records, unrecorded procedures, practices, and skills. So this is a knowledge management system. Now, because of that, you can have information regarding a particular area. So again, the same thing comes when data is available. They are in abundance, but they don't give any meaningful results. So when they are processed through MIS then or KMS, what you find is a knowledge or information which is of worth, which has value for different groups of people. So that is done by KMS. Then there are various outputs of an MIS. Outputs of an MIS can be classified into four types of report. One is scheduled reports. Now these scheduled reports are produced periodically or on a schedule. It may be daily, weekly, monthly. Scheduled reports may be there. Then there can be key indicator reports. The key indicator report summarizes the previous day's critical activities, or typically available at the beginning of each day. Then comes demand report. It gives certain information at a manager's request. Whoever will request whatever data, that will be provided by the demand report. Then comes exception report. Automatically produced when a situation is unusual or requires management action. Now these are exceptional areas where you want to put more emphasis or more importance you want to give to that area. That comes in the form of exception report. Now let's see how they look like. First of all, let's see the diagram of scheduled reports or the table of scheduled report. One example. Now this is a scheduled report. Here it is a daily sales detail report, and you can see the order number, customer ID is given, sales representative's ID, shipping date is there, quantity purchased, the item code, and finally the amount. Now this is a scheduled report and it is 1 day's report. 3 orders came and this is presented in the form of schedule. So it is an everyday feature. Every day a scheduled report will come up. Now the second example is a key indicator report. Now this is a key indicator report. You can see it is a daily sales key indicator report and it is given in units. Now total orders month to date and forecasted sales for the month, that is given. You can compare this month's position, the last month's position, the last year's position, and compare these columns also as well. So this is key indicator. Sales is the or orders are the key indicator for an organization. So they are very important. So key indicator report. Another can be demand report. That means demand report means which is demanded by a certain party. Now daily sales by sales representative. This is the summary report which is presented here. Now 3 sales representative ID has been given and the amount is shown against each of the ID in the report. So that is the report. Here it is demanded by, suppose, the sales department. They want to know how the sales representative are performing. So that can be shown in the form of a demand report. Then comes the exception report. Now this is the exception report. What you will notice is that the amount. Here the orders over $10,000, they are only covered. You can see in the report. So it is order number or P12453 and 12454. There the amount is more than $10,000. $13,214 and $11,224. So they are exceptional. So that can be presented in the form of an exceptional report. So there can be other areas also where you can it depends upon the type of organization, the type of department, the type of or level of management. It may be an exception or exceptional factor for one department might not be an exceptional factor for another. So according to the need of that particular person, you will generate an exceptional report. Then comes to the next heading, and that is determinants of MIS design. Now, what are the factors which will determine how the MIS design should be, management information system should be designed in an organization? First of all, opportunities and risk involved. Now, there are certain organizations where their product line is such that there is no much variation in the production and demand of such products. They get little opportunities. The risk involved is also not great, and there the MIS system will be simpler. But when we compare that one with an organization which is working in an environment whose environment is more volatile, where the demand changes every now and then, there are more number of competitors in the market, and the competitors changes their strategies every now and then. Also, the risk involved is higher in comparison to other types of business. Then the MIS design will be different. The MIS system will take care of each and every information possible. It has to be produce more summaries and reports more frequently in comparison to other organizations. So this is opportunities and risk, and according to the opportunities and risk, you will design your MIS system. In an organization also, the organization's life cycle, you find that sometimes the environment is changing, the economic environment, the political environment, and things are becoming more volatile. There the MIS will generate different types of reports in comparison to a stagnant period. So again, the MIS design, as we have discussed earlier also, the design will change according to the phases of the business organization also. The second point is company strategy. What kind of strategy the company is playing, that will also give indication to what type of MIS design should be. Like, if a company is more aggressive, it has an aggressive strategy of, say, capturing the market share or customers, or venturing into new areas, new markets, then the MIS will cover all those areas. It will be more broader. It will generate information more frequently. If a company's strategy is stagnant one, or survival is the main motive of the company rather than capturing the market share or growth, then naturally the MIS will be simpler in comparison to that company which is more profit oriented or more market share oriented. Then comes the company structure. What is the shape of the company, the structure of the company? Is it a large organization with multiple product lines, operating in different countries, multinational form, or it is a domestic company catering to customers in a particular region only, with simpler product line, product combination, or maybe one or two product line only? Then naturally the MIS of the two companies will be different. If we think about a company which is working in a globalized area, globalized market, then its MIS will be designed to cater to all the global managers. Each and every country's information is then important. But when we talk about a domestic company, then naturally only information is required of that particular country or plus that area. Then comes the next heading, and that is management and decision making process. Now, what type of management is there and what type of decisions they are taking, accordingly there will be MIS designs. Like, excuse me. Like when we talk about the top level management, what kind of information requirement will be there for a top level management? Now they are they are concerned with unprogrammed kind of decisions which affects the overall organization, the whole of the organization. So for them you need those type of information which shows, say, profit figures, the sales figures, as well as the whatever is happening in the environment. The environmental information is more important for top level management. When we talk about the middle level management, for them the departmental reports, they are more important, how the department is performing. So that is more important for middle level. When we talk about operative management people, they are concerned with day to day operations of the organization, what type of plans they are making, the daily plans, the routine plans. So they are programmed type of decisions they are taking. So basic information is required, not the environmental information and all. So according to the level of management, information requirement will be there and MIS will be designed likewise. Likewise, the decision making process, what type of decision making process is there in the organization, accordingly MIS design will be there. If it is an organization where the top level management they takes most of the decisions, then MIS will be designed to cater to the needs of the top management mostly. And if it is a organization where even decentralized decision making is being taken place, and the people at the lower or the lowest level, they are also involved in the decision making process, then naturally MIS will cater to that level people also. Then comes the next one, available technology. Now, what type of technology is available, that will decide the MIS design. In a country like India, where technology is growing at a very fast pace, we can take help of that. And because of that, nowadays we have MIS systems which generates information at the drop of the pin. So this type of technology is available nowadays. Now, available information sources. Information sources will also decide the type of MIS. Certain like government organizations, they are not going to disclose you all the information. So there it is very difficult to design an MIS, or if you want to take information from routine government departments, it will be very difficult for you. But if it is a private company or a public limited company, there the information sources are available and you can design an MIS accordingly. Then the factors which facilitate implementation of MIS. Now, MIS is a system which involves lots of effort, and one of the most important requirement is that you should have the budget also to have an MIS in an organization. Now, it means that if budget allocation is not there for MIS, you cannot have MIS system in an organization. So what is required then? Then involvement of top management people is very important. Top management people, what they do, if top management support is not there, then naturally budget allocation will not be done for MIS, and you cannot generate information, you cannot have the high-tech information system in the organization. In the computerization effort, in defining the purpose and goals of computers within the organization, again top management support is important. Now, selection of the right personnel as an EDP manager. Now, this is another requirement. You want to have an EDP manager who has the political skill to involve managers in choosing application areas, identifying information needs, and designing reports. I told you that when you are converting the data into information, one of the important requirement is that you should analyze the data keeping in mind, or putting your mind as well as your heart to it. You should have an understanding or feel of the data, the economics, the psychological aspect, the sociological aspect, all these should be kept in mind while analyzing the information. Otherwise, that information will not give any results. So electronic data processing manager should have this, should be a competent person who can help out in this particular task. Then a right combination of computer staff is also important. Now, this how you should have a or what type of people should be kept in the computer staff. Again, I told you that since it has its interdisciplinary or multidisciplinary aspect in place, so what we need is we need people or staff which has interdisciplinary skills in computers management and operation research. That means a person who is totally only a software engineer will not do. He has we need the support staff also who have this knack for understanding management, sociology, psychology of the people, economics, how it is working, and then only the information will generate something valid. Then a balanced expenditure on hardware and software is also important in an MIS system. Now, that means you should generate or design an MIS system in such a manner that both you are paying attention to both hardware and software of the system. So these are the factors which facilitate implementation of MIS. Now, this MIS, as we have studied, now we can find out each and every aspect, and that can be applied in management. Or the MIS data or information can be very helpful in every aspect of management. Take the functions first. Let's talk about planning. When we talk about the planning stage, we need to make different decisions. Decision making is the heart of planning, and for that again you require information. You have to take decisions regarding the market share you want in the organization, for the organization, the production or output, how much will be the output for what type of methods or technology you are going to use. For all these purposes, information can be collected and provided through MIS. When we talk about organizing, we have to decide about the organization structure which is most efficient. So when you are structuring the organization, again information can be provided through MIS in the form of which one will be a better organization structure. When we talk about staffing, then comes human resource planning also, manpower planning also, and there also information regarding the present inventory of human resources, and also the requirement, the number and type of people required during a particular year, a particular period of time, that can be provided by MIS. Likewise, whether it is promotion or recruitment or training, for all these purposes MIS will provide information. Then when we talk about directing phase, then also communication is one of the phase. Leadership and motivation is phase. For these aspects also you require information, then again it can be provided by MIS. And likewise, finally, the controlling. As I told you that when you are comparing the actual performance with the standard performance, you need information regarding actual performance as well as the standard performance, that can be provided by MIS. So these are the different functions where MIS can be used. Now, at different levels of management, whether top management, middle management, or operative level management, different type of information requirement will be there, that can be provided by MIS. When we talk about top management people, they are more concerned about the environment. So what they need is information about the external environment as well as the internal environment. Whatever changes that are taking place in the external environment will have an impact in the organizational decisions or the top management decisions. So continuous monitoring and reporting of the external environment is done by MIS. Internal reports like the profit report and sales report are important for top level management. So that can be also provided by MIS. Then when comes to manage middle level management, they are the departmental bosses. So they are concerned with the department. So the production schedules of the organization are set by these MIS systems only. It will ensure smooth functioning of that department. Likewise, when we talk about any other department, whether it is marketing or finance, the smooth functioning of these departments will also be ensured by MIS informations. Then when we talk about the lower level management, then that is about day to day scheduling of work. And for day to day scheduling of work, again MIS comes handy, in the sense that you have to decide about the production line. Also you have to decide the defects per day, how many defective products are being manufactured, and how to control them, and that can be done by MIS. So these are the different levels, and how the MIS can come handy in providing information to these levels. Then when we talk about different departments, which we will take up in the next lecture, again MIS is very important or very helpful. Take the example of financing MIS. The financing MIS will provide different types of, or generate reports in the form of final accounts, like profit and loss account, balance sheet, and the ledger accounts, and the trial balance, the funds flow statement. These are created through MIS. Then when we talk about the marketing MIS, now with the help of marketing MIS, you can take decisions regarding all the 4 P's, whether product, price, promotion, and physical distribution of the product. What type of distribution network is there, how many retailers and wholesalers are there all over the country. Likewise, what advertising campaign is, how much you are spending on advertising campaign, and how much revenue it is generating or increasing the revenues, or a sales promotion scheme, how it is, whether it is effective or not, that can be found out. Likewise, when we talk about human resource management, human resource in MIS can help in promotion policy, creation of promotion policy, when to give promotion to which people, and how. Then training, what type of training is required to different staff. Then manpower planning, how many people, what type of people are required, what is the present inventory of people in the organization, that can be done through MIS. And performance appraisal, compensation, that can also be done by MIS. And production, we have already discussed the production scheduling and finding out the defects and everything, that can be done through with the help of MIS. So MIS is very important for every aspect of management and in every functional area of management. That is all.
So, in solving the day-to-day management problems, so a manager should refer to all these. Yeah, there are also other methods on which they can take a decisions.
Now we are talking about MIS. In decision making, what is required is information. So MIS facilitates the decision making process. So it is one of the system which provides you with information which is helpful in taking decision, facilitates the decision making process. That is the basic thing.
Okay.
Other systems might also be there, but they are helping out in other aspects.
Because this is a very old practice that is being followed in every organization. So, and in the last few years, so I can say the decade 1 or 2, a number of changes have been come into the managerial practices, like social responsibility and other things. So where the routine method of decision making or doing something has changed, completely changed, and the people are thinking on the orientation of welfare lines. So how do you see this element, this kind of element could be included in the old managerial practices like in MIS, or it needs a new kind of system in place?
Okay. Now, one thing is that MIS is ever evolving.
Okay.
It's evolving as the computer technology is it is evolving. Likewise, obviously, it has its impact on MIS. So now you can have databases for each individual. and you can maintain one-to-one relationship with them.
Okay.
Isn't it? So earlier that was not possible. They were generating reports. You have to make out what you want from that report. But now what is happening? Okay, A is such and such type of person. He requires such type of information. You will do that. Not only that, you can maintain databases of each and every customer.
Okay.
So that is one thing. Social responsibility and all that can be considered in MIS can be helpful in that also. Social responsibility doesn't only mean that you are responsibly behaving towards the society. You are also, if you are responsible towards your employees, towards your customers, then also it is social responsibility. Towards the government, you are socially responsible. So this is that means you are fulfilling your social responsibility through MIS when you are maintaining relationship with your employees as well as your customers and the society at large.
Okay, so what you said is evolving and open to include all the new possibilities which are going to.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so as per when we think from the perspective of students, they learn this way. So learning and practice, what are the major differences you see?
In vis-a-vis MIS you're talking about?
Yeah, MIS and other day-to-day managerial practices required on the part of new managers.
See, although there is a whole lot of discussion on whether managers are born or they learn the skills, but the only thing is that one thing is that you should have that peculiar features which should be there in any manager. One thing, but that can be sharpened through managerial skills and knowledge. If you provide knowledge to that person, then naturally you can become a better manager, because all people can't become manager. It's only when they learn the skill and they apply it, then naturally they become good manager. Likewise, these in MIS also, theory is one thing, but when you practically apply it in the organization, it can provide you better results.
Now there is one more thing, knowledge management. Knowledge management is a part of MIS. MIS is a part of knowledge management.
Knowledge management is one of the type of MIS. I've discussed it in types of MIS.
Okay.
So this is one of the type of knowledge management. So what is happening is there is whole lot of data available everywhere.
Right.
And a person cannot make out anything out of so much of data. Okay, he gets confused. So what MIS helps in is it classifies those information. What is required it is done in a systematic manner, so that the person who wants a particular type of knowledge can get that information through MIS. So that is
this is the part of
it's
knowledge
a part of
management systems.
one of the MIS systems.
So individualistic oriented MIS is now
Nowadays it is
in practice.
in practice.
Organizations.
Yes, organizations are doing that.
Okay, so how this has impact on the result or the output?
Obviously
Case
you
study?
you have more loyal customers nowadays.
Okay.
Suppose you have bought a car, Maruti car. They will maintain a database of you, and they will keep every detail about when the car came for servicing, what type of servicing was done on that, every detail, whether the oil was changed or engine oil was changed, and everything.
It's like when somebody take a loan, there are
Yes,
civil
they so it is a way towards relationship marketing,
Okay.
whereby it is not one time selling of the product. You are maintaining long term relationship with the
Okay.
customer.
Okay. So, well, friends, with this word, we conclude the lecture today. We will have another lecture tomorrow on MIS, and we'll try to understand its different uses in the day-to-day managerial affairs and how to solve the problem what we encounter while doing certain things. So, I hope today's lecture must have benefited you, gave you a foundation to understand the managerial information system. Tomorrow we'll have more on it. I thank all of you for watching the lecture, and on your behalf I thank Dr. Soma Sen Gupta for giving such an insightful lecture on MIS. Thank you very much.